The Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, provides the sumptuous setting for one of the most brilliant of the coronation festivities. Queen Salote of Tonga is among the many distinguished guests who attend the first night of a new British opera. Also present is Mr. Attlee. Many who journeyed far to attend the coronation add further colour and sparkle to this royal evening.
It's unforgettable. We didn't think for a moment it could fail. We thought we were in for the biggest success of the century with Gloriana. It was my first big role and my first Covent Garden job, and I was just very excited about it all, and I expect we worked for 2 months at least once we knew the work. The people all had to be in the auditorium probably an hour before the royal family arrived. Everything was very, very carefully planned, and special tickets were issued because of it being a gala occasion. And, well, everybody was there. The whole royal family were there. And so the people had waited a long time, it's true. The place was full of diamonds and tiaras and long gloves and turbans, for that matter, and pearls were around the turbans. It was an audience that peeping through were bits that we were allowed to peep through occasionally. We could see them, and it was full of excitement. They were expecting to have a good time too. They were sure it was going to be something very exciting. And the fact that it should have failed so horribly that night was it was a shock on both sides of the curtain. The beginning was fine. The trumpeters cannot fail but to rouse exciting feelings in anybody's breast, and it went off, I think, to a great start. And I suppose things probably began to go wrong in the ball scene when the Queen first shows her capriciousness by having Lady Essex's dress removed and putting it on herself to show that it was unsuitable for Lady Essex to have been wearing, and she mocks her in front of the whole company gathered there dancing. But it never for a minute entered any of our heads that it was anything but one of the most exciting and arresting scenes in the opera. Musically, we were all bowled over. And after the very first run-through, Britten played it through to us on the piano. I think the whole company was there. And I went rushing home to my mother and said, this is one of the most marvellous things that's ever been in English, the history of English opera. We could tell by the tension between the audience and the stage that the tension was becoming one of acute displeasure and of discomfort because of the Queen, the royal family being there. And we suddenly, I suppose, became aware of the fact that it was being taken in the wrong way. And we could feel it like a fist. At the end, it was planned to have so many curtains. It was a large number of curtain calls were planned, in fact, to bring everybody onto the stage one by one. Well, certainly the audience must have been tired by this time. They'd been in the theatre a long time. There'd been long intervals while the principals were presented. I don't remember booing, but what I remember was that the applause was very short, and then it became nothing more than about 10 frantic people dotted over the house, clapping desperately. And standing there at all was torture, because one was immediately involved in the fact that it had not done what it was intended to do at that time.